Welcome, elegant listeners, to Go, my favorite sports team.
Good evening, depraved listeners, and welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
Well, hey there, elegant listeners.
Was that your Irish accent?
Yeah, that's my Irish. Hello, plebeian listeners, and welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
Hello, elegant listeners. Welcome back to Go, my favorite sports team.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good in between, good night. Hello, elegant listeners, and welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
You who clicked on this podcast, who do you think you are? Thinking that you can just waltz in here, not knowing sports, and not say hello to your lovely leader here, glorious leader, me.
Hello, all of you elegant listeners and viewers, and welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
Hi, welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
Hello, elegant listeners, and welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
Good evening and or morning and or afternoon, gentle listeners. No, not gentle listeners. Elegant. I fucked it up.
Hello, elegant listeners and watchers. Welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
Your tits are going to be flaring. Your groin's going to be inflamed.
Hey there, elegant listeners, and welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
Oh, hey, what are you doing here? In our studio on this day? Wow. Guess we'll have to make something of this. Welcome to, I don't know, Go, my favorite sports team.
Hello, magnificent listeners. Welcome to GMFST.
GMF.
Hello, elegant listeners and viewers and people out there that may have just discovered this and haven't discovered their elegance yet because they haven't been enjoying Go, my favorite sports team.
Hello and welcome to Go, my favorite.
That is a complete coincidence.
Hello, elegant listeners, and welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
Hello and welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
Hello again, all you wonderful people out there. Elegant listeners, maybe you're viewing, I don't know. But welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
Hello, everybody. My name is... Hello, everybody. Gosh, I've been recording a lot.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tyler Scheid, and welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
Oh, welcome, everybody.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, elegant listeners and viewers, and welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
What's your favorite sports team? Do you have a favorite sports team? You need to have one if you're going to continue listening to this podcast, or else we're going to find you, and we're going to break all your bones. And this guy's going to break them.
What?
Hi. Welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
Hello, and welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
Oh, elegant listeners and
I just hit
watchers.
record. You started.
I thought we were recording the whole time.
No.
Okay. Well, hi.
Hello, elegant listeners, and welcome to Go, my favorite sports team.
These are my nipples. Why didn't you keep going?
I didn't know what you were doing.
These are my
Nipples.
These are my
thighs.
These are my ears and these are my thighs.
Hello, all you elegant listeners and viewers who have been enjoying Go, my favorite sports team for this past season. We have arrived at the season finale. It's the highlights episode where we look back at all of your favorite moments, some funny, some silly, some bloopers, and maybe even some serious notes. But they are all incredible, and so much has happened in season 4 of Go, my favorite sports team. From reaching 200 episodes to Mark actually finishing and releasing his movie Iron Lung, it has been a journey. Mark has been busy. Lots of things have happened. We've had some guests, plenty of them, talking about different branches of life and different things that were going on. It has been incredible, and I cannot thank you guys enough for supporting this fantastic podcast and supporting me and Mark for all these years. So, without further ado, enjoy all of these fantastic moments that occurred in Season 4, and I'll see you next time in Season 5. Well, I'm going to kick off with the Caitlin Clark one since I was leaning into that. Caitlin Clark!
Caitlin Clark. Hit the Caitlin Clark theme song. Caitlin, come on the podcast, please. Caitlin, we are begging on our knees.
Caitlin, this is GMFST. Caitlin, come and talk to us real please. It was something that I dreamed of doing as a player, which is why I like Ohtani so much. I was a great batter, but I also loved pitching. And I was a good pitcher. I'll toot my own horn. I was thrown in the 80s when I was really little. So I was like 13. So
It's that wingspan.
it is.
12 feet. I know 12 feet. I know what 12 feet is.
12
You don't see a
feet.
12-foot horse?
Yeah, let's see the 12-foot horse.
Better just put a 12-foot horse in.
We are not alone today.
Mm-hmm.
We are actually joined by a cacophony of other voices that are about to say hello right at this very moment.
Mm-hmm.
It'll happen. Something's going to happen. Or Discord just exploded on me.
I probably have the ability to do this. Hold on.
No, I think...
Oh, God, I went in there. Sorry.
What's good?
Yeah, I can do that too.
All right. Well, that was a lot.
Good.
There was the
stuff.
cacophony of voices.
Reminds me of the days of the screaming room.
The screaming
I should open them. You don't know about the screaming room?
I heard about the screen room. I believe you told me about the screaming room.
Oh, the screaming room is a classic, man. I long time ago. Well, it's still there. I just have it locked for people not to be able to go into it. But yeah, I would do that all the time, just because you sometimes you just gotta scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just go in. So did you randomly join and just hear people screaming?
Oh, it only joined when I unlocked it. So the way I did it is like I just unlocked it, and then people would join immediately. They could talk. So I never encountered that bug that you just had. But yeah, it was just a screaming room, and used to be that I had an unlimited number of people in there, and it would get so many people in there, it would start to crash Discord itself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it wasn't ready for that. Or at least our Discord server started to crash. So
Gotcha. Maybe that's what was happening. My entire Discord just went completely grayed out.
oh no, it was like 8,000 people started crashing that chat. So that was not good.
By the way, everyone at home, I know you're all itching to know, but we are not experts in vaginas. So please don't quote that.
That's the clip.
Well, so we can't get a judgment.
We can't speak for having the
Your vagina
your
fall
pussy
out.
out.
We don't. Oh, don't be crude.
Oh, how is that worse?
That's worse.
All right, what if I just said clit? Was that worse?
Just the clit
Just
pops
the
out.
clit pops out. You know what? Then maybe men will find it.
I just said vagina. Okay, all right, joke from the 1980s. All right, I just said vagina. That is the term for it. Look, we're not able to make those calls. Someone else has to make those calls.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Now I'm going to bring this up because you probably would, especially since we did a whole episode about these two people and it was ridiculous. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift got engaged. I know, it's crazy, right? Apparently, it was right after their recording of the podcast, which Taylor Swift starred on, and it was all planned at his brother's house with flowers and other stuff. It was great. They're officially now engaged, and their caption on their Instagram post is, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married."
One of the craziest situations that I can remember happening at the Lightning is, you know how we have the Tesla coils in Amalie Arena?
Yeah.
They fired those off one time, and I don't know if it was like a loose piece of electricity got through, and it zapped the lights. So the lights on the top that kind of light up the ice were not functioning properly. So during the national anthem, they started flickering like crazy, and I was like, oh no. So I don't know how they got it done. Like, props to whatever team had to go up and fix that really quick, but they got that working in like 20 minutes before the game started, so it was pretty crazy.
Was that during the playoffs or a regular season game? Or?
I believe it was a playoff game. I don't remember which one exactly. Because to be fair, the Tesla coils did create a good number of problems. But, that was like the biggest one. I was like, oh, gosh, we need those lights to work to get on the ice.
Yeah. Well, what if you're the sweeper? You're like going across and sweeping like you're a Zamboni.
Like a Zamboni just clearing the ice in front of there. I used to say when I was young, I just wanted to make a side business where I just took a shovel and I attached it to my wheelchair and we just plow snow. Damn, adults would never let me do that.
Honestly, turning like your wheelchair into any sort of construction equipment, like you're just full backhoeing, like I'm digging holes.
It's just me and a bobcat rolling around.
No, you are the bobcat.
I am the bobcat now. Yeah, I'm the captain now.
Go ahead and describe it for the listeners out there that aren't going to see this, because it might also get blurred.
It is a elongated oyster with a undersized baseball that is like blurred out the actual stitching of it, so it's kind of muddy to begin with. So they're trying to straddle between a pearl, baseball, and a clitoris, because that's what it looks like. It looks like a vagina, full with labia, labia minora and majora.
Yep.
And there might even be a hint of a butthole and mons pubis.
Good use of anatomical terms.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
You want to know what the fundus is?
I already know what the fundus is.
He knows what the fundus is. This guy knows his fundus.
I do.
Do you know about Caitlin Clark?
No.
You're gonna have to speak up or get closer to the mic, Lixie, and I'm looking at the levels. It's a little low.
No.
Fine. Well, Caitlin Clark is a phenom.
I know what that is. You don't have to explain. What is that?
A phenom? A phenom.
A phenom.
A phenom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a phenom,
Yeah.
of course.
Explain what a phenom is.
It's phi stands for female. No.
Do you know what phenomenon is?
Yeah, it's a phenomenal female. I don't know.
Back in the day, like the foot was the measure of the king's foot. It actually adjusted over time.
That's inconvenient. That is
Yes.
incredibly inconvenient.
Eventually, it became the foot that we know today, but
Which is also inconvenient. It's incredibly inconvenient.
Yes.
But a lot of people say, like, you dumb Americans, you're imperial system. Like, we know.
yes.
We know it's a lot more difficult than you'd think.
It's very difficult to transition to because
It
it's
is,
been so ingrained.
But in the scientific fields, it is all metric anyway.
yes.
So it is just through that's why it's difficult. It's because in the child education system to go from 1st to 12th, it's imperial. But then when you get to college, and especially if you're in an engineering field, it's like you better use metric, and they make you use metric. And then it's like, oh, okay, I'll use it. Why doesn't we all use it? It's like, it's because it's archaic and things are we're trying.
Tragically, I will be breaking all of my legs and all of my arms, and I will have to go through rehab. My arms and legs may be never as short as they ever were again.
You're saying it's finally time?
I'm going to. It's just tragically. It will
You
happen.
told me to get the sledgehammer. It's finally time?
Yeah, it'll happen, and then I'll
It's just
have
tragic accident.
a tragic
right?
accident, and then I'll be into arms and legs cast, and maybe I'll be the same height afterwards. I don't know. It's a freak thing. These weird happen things. You never know what's going to happen.
Sometimes when it's already broken, you might as well break it again to make
Well,
it
I mean,
longer.
I would never do something like that.
No. Why would you? Height? Overrated.
I've always said so.
I hit my head so often. I was like, my look of like, you did?
I've always said it. I've always said that.
Yeah, totally. All the time. First race, greyhounds versus a cheetah. Can probably guess which animal won, but let's find out from a reporter spectating the race describing what he saw. Helen raced against two greyhounds, but not appearing like their company a great deal, for she left them far behind and made them look slow. She covered the 355 yards in 15.86 seconds, easily a track record, and at a speed of 55 miles per hour.
Wow, I didn't know that people in the UK would talk like that.
Helen raced against 2 greyhounds, but did not appear to be like their company a great deal, for she left them far behind and made them look slow. She covered the 355 yards in 15.86 seconds, easily a track record, and had a speed of 55 miles per hour. Is that better?
No, that was not better.
There, it's read it really fast.
What kind of spell did you just cast on me?
The one of speed. If anybody seems to be royalty, it's actually you as YouTube royalty with your nice sweater shawl there that's like a king's robe.
This has nothing to do with
wearing a crown of Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's not currently there. It's an invisible crown. It's a well thought out king.
I look like I walked in off the street. I don't know what you're talking about, nobility.
Well, you are really channeling the ghost today, which kind of concerns me that there's a lot of jacuzzis.
Well, there's not a lot, but there's some.
And yesterday was Mario Day, which apparently you didn't know, but you're still sporting the Mario themed sweater.
Well, didn't know.
No, but I do like that sweater.
Thank you.
It's very nice.
Wait, what is bottom surgery? Is that like
transition surgery for trans person?
Why? Okay, why did I think it was like butt surgery? Like, no, I'm sorry. I just I didn't know.
That's some asinine behavior.
Look, I see what you did there.
You need to zoom in on that face.
Please cut the tape.
That might be the clip now.
What I think it was ass surgery, bro. Like, oh my god, I'm. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what happens when kids have ass cancer. They have bottom surgery.
That's what, bro. I'm sorry.
Also, by the way, if there are probably people that are like, haha, ass cancer, that's a real thing. Ass cancer is a real thing.
Yeah,
there's nothing to laugh at.
We gotta.
They need to name it something else, but for simple terms, they call it ass cancer.
I perfectly reasonable height, but incapable of dunking, and I'm just very average. That's me.
But the headbanging man that just said it's me, that's Markiplier.
Yeah, well, you know that.
Hopefully. You never know. They could be new to this. They might not know you, although it's highly unlikely. The majority of people do know you if they live on the internet.
Some of them do. I wonder how many.
At least 30 million or so, maybe. Unless they forgot. They subscribed and were just like, I just am here because I wanted to.
They wanted that cat video and then they wanted nothing else.
Just the meows or the moos. Did you do another one?
I did the dog one, yeah.
Yeah, the wolf. Was it wolf?
I don't like to talk about that.
Yeah, no. It's unfortunate that that's your most viewed video. When there are glorious things like a date with Markiplier, who killed Markiplier, heist with Markiplier, in space with Markiplier.
Look, I know you're trying to make me feel better, but this just making me feel worse. All right.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Unis honest. Is that better?
No, it's gone.
Dead. Dead like people think I am because you made one joke about me.
I made more than one.
About me being dead?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You know what would be 100% accurate and perfect and people would love? You have dogs watching the camera feeds that were trained specifically to recognize what was interference and what was not. Like you get a whole bunch of footage that you train a dog and you're like, bark whenever you see something like this, but not when you see this. Dogs are extremely accurate. Extremely accurate.
Especially when it comes to smell.
Exactly. Not that would play in this, but
it could.
How?
Smelling people who drug dope.
Okay, I'm talking about like a positive interference. Okay. Anyway, or a dog trained on the sidelines to be like, if that ball goes even a little bit over the line, yeah, that would be really cool. And I think people would be okay with that.
I honestly think you just created this whole new avenue of what people want to watch. You remember how there's that YouTube or a live stream that's 24/7 and it's a gate for where fish come, and people watch to then be able to open the gate so the fish can get through.
Why would they want to see fish come?
No, it's a gate. So these fish are trying to traverse a certain direction, and there's a gate to keep them from going one way or another because it has to do with some sort of water system. And predators were constantly preying on them because they would get stuck. And so they created this live stream to where people can watch, and when a fish comes to the gate, like arrives at the gate, they can hit trigger the gate to open so the fish can get through.
I see what it is.
And so
that sounds really
I think
cool, yeah.
having a dog trained to do the barking, people would just tune in to just watch the dog and wait for the dog to bark.
And then it doesn't have to be an official call, but it's like a dog is there as a consultant, and it's like, well, the dog barked, but the ref didn't call that, you know? Something like that. Interesting.
Dog versus ref. Fight!
Well, maybe not the dog fights, you know?
No, the dog just yell fights. It's like me and my dad's trained Walker Coonhound Ruby, where she starts her bay, which is what hound dogs do. It's their like, and then I yell back at her, and then we're just yelling in each other's faces, and it's really funny.
That's good.
That's the type of fighting I mean, not like, no, yeah.
Not fish coming.
Not fish coming.
Not dogs fight.
No, we already had that. You had people watch the salmon video.
When was that?
Oh, I don't remember, a while ago.
Oh, well.
We were talking about something. I don't know.
And you. That's that. I forget which province in Canada, but one of them has no rats.
Oh, yeah.
No rats. None. Because they are fucking serious about that shit. And that has done a lot of good, I think, for that province in terms of like disease prevention of spread and things like that. Probably some bad things too, but I'm not 100% sure that rats are kind of like wolves in this relationship where they're culling a natural population like this. I'm not 100% sure, because you have another problem with like cats and killing everything in cities and whatnot, but you know, that province has no rats.
I mean, Disneyland has no rats.
How do they get rid of them?
The rumor is they have a bunch of cats that they release at night, and they go and get all the rats, and then they somehow call them all back to come in and trap them again. They call them all back. All the cats come back.
Bullshit. Yeah. Plus, you could have a drone with like a thermal camera on it, and you would be able to see if there were actually cats around there. But yeah.
Well, I already failed in the fact that I didn't introduce you for who you are, which is a fantastically hilarious, super fantastic positivity spreader on social media.
Thank you.
And creator extraordinaire with a variety of Twitch stream content, one of which where you cosplay, you're like amazing in music.
Oh, thank you.
With singing and different things that you do. So yeah, that's Maisie.
I'm also your new dad. Hey, kiddo. Papa's so proud of you. Your mother and I think you're doing great out there. I'm also the monster under your bed. I like to eat your little dust bunnies. Nom nom. Nom nom. You're all out of milk, but you know what? Your insulation tastes delectable, honey.
Fiberglass, no effect on Maisie Lynn.
No. You want to know the best thing about me is that I am microplastics.
Aren't we all at this point? I feel like the percentage of human and the percentage of microplastics are fluctuating in this way.
Yeah.
This is why we're losing humanity.
Oh my God, that's what it is.
We're becoming plastic.
We are oh my God, we're becoming Kardashians.
I'm a Barbie girl just makes so much more sense.
I'm just Ken. It's so gender.
Made of plastic.
Made of
It's
plastic.
fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Please don't copyright strike us.
Yeah.
So, Mark, in the past on St. Patrick's Day, we covered hurling. The glorious sport that it is, with massive violence and large sticks thwopping a ball across a field. So this year, we're going to talk about the Pak Fada. Pak Fada.
Talk about the what now?
The Pak Fada.
The Pak Fada.
Let me check my pronunciation here.
I'm sure that's exactly right.
Pak Fada. Oh, it sounds like father. Pak Fada. Here, I should probably share the screen so you can hear it. Here, you ready for this one?
Pock.
All right, so you got that one. You got that one. Now I'm going to do the Fada one. This one's great.
Father.
See, it sounds like father right there.
Father.
Still father like.
That's fada.
Fada? Pak Fada, which I assume is hitting a puck into your father.
Type them together. Give me it together.
It wouldn't give me them together.
All right, I guess no one said it. Then this sport now must not be very popular if it's not even said.
Well, maybe it was made by the leprechauns, and since you don't believe the leprechauns are real, then maybe you don't believe this is real. So think of it as cross-country hurling.
Okay.
So, taking baby Mark back in town, In town, in time, to the town.
Town and time.
And the
to
countryside.
The time in the town. You remember that time we went on the town and time?
It's the time town, the town of time.
Yeah, the time town. Yeah, town of time where you go time traveling.
Yep, exactly. To the time traveling tavern with the talking Tyler.
You talk Fockpotter with the Pockfather, and you go to the grandfather and then the godfather of the Pockfather, and then you talk to the father of the Pockfather until you go to the time traveling tavern of the Talkfather, where you talk to the Talkfather and then you talk about Pockfather.
And then you got the Pock shorter, the Pock medium, and the Pock fada, and the Pock extra fada. So the different distances for you to Pock your fada.
Yeah, and then the Pock Modifada, which is different than the Pock Mada and Modifada together. Pock Modifada in the tavern for the Pock Fada and the Mada. That's where I was born.
And when the Pock Fada meets the Pock Mada, then they can become the Pock Fada Mada, and then they can get the Pock son or Pock Data, then live happily ever Pocking Fada Mada Data Sana. Operating the body of mass that got into some sort of collision or damage causing event.
Operating
is
the person
at fault.
whose body of... What did you say?
Operating the body of mass.
What does that even mean?
I was body of mass meaning vehicle, person, their own body, their truck, whatever it is.
Their body of mass.
Their body of mass.
Damn, girl, you got a crazy body of mass.
That's Tyler's pickup lines at the club.
Not at all, but
you got to be
thanks.
careful when you're operating your body of mass around.
That's what the ladies are supposed to say. Dang, that's some huge body of mass you got there.
You must go to the gym with that kind of body of mass.
Yeah, you mustn't be a sports guy with that body of mass.
What a crazy body of mass I got. You want to see it?
It's a nice and toned body of mass.
Anyway, if you got a nice body of mass, keep it to yourselves.
Unless somebody requests your body of mass, then consider sharing. Maybe.
We don't need to give this much minute details on how to live your life.
You do whatever you want with your body of mass.
With consent.
Make sure you have your own consent.
Yes.
Australian darts pro Tim Pusey forced to change nickname ahead of World Championship. Now it says forced to change nickname. So it's not about his last name.
No.
It's not.
It's about the fact that his name is Nick.
No, Tim.
Oh.
It was so bad. I didn't even recognize it as a joke. I see. Yeah. No, so Tim Pusey has been banned from using his nickname in the upcoming World Championships in London. His nickname is The Magnet.
Which also, why is that having to be changed? That's the part I don't understand, because I did read this and I'm like, it's not offensive.
Okay, it says when paired with his surname, it creates a vulgar innuendo, but it's Tim the Magnet Pussy. That's not
No.
That's not inappropriate. It could be Tim Pussy the Magnet. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's Pusey.
That's probably. You're probably on it.
Either way, Tim Pusey, you're the magnet in my heart.
We appreciate the fact that you have such magnetism that became your nickname. He must be really good at getting bullseyes. That would be my guess.
Maybe something like that.
And now we are on our final mascot of today. We couldn't talk about weird and creepy sports team mascots without including the nightmare fuel that apparently is the Philadelphia Flyers mascot, Gritty.
More than this? Oh, that's not so bad.
I don't think it's so bad either.
This one is considered more creepy than the other one?
According to our lead researcher, yes. I don't know why. I think they had nightmares about it as a kid or something. I don't know. I think the reason for it has less to do with the way it looks and more to do with the fact that it was killed off and it clawed its way back to life in 2018 as the mascot for the NHL team, which didn't have a mascot prior to Gritty haunting the team in her nightmares. Lore as he emerged to wreak havoc after the construction of the Wells Fargo Center, disturbing his secret hideout, so he has lore to him. And if Gritty wasn't cursed enough, apparently he launched an OnlyFans on April 15th this year. That belly button's creeping me out.
That belly button I didn't need to know existed, but again, not that bad, all things considered. The OnlyFans, very weird. But again, I don't really think it's that creepy.
Also, I want to point out another weird thing. If you look at Gritty, you see how he's got this weird, like, upside down light bulb kind of shape to him.
Sure, yeah. A pear, some might say.
Yeah, that would make sense. Pear shape. Some people just get known for something and then they don't know when to stop.
Yeah, I mean, not many people know when to stop, and I'm one to talk. I hope to roll into the grave doing what I'm doing or whatever the hell I decide to do next. But at the same time, then not many people evolve as they're doing it. So
yeah, they're just trying to do the same thing bigger that can become a problem.
yeah, that does get tricky after a while. It's a fine line to walk. Not many people do it. I'm not saying no one does it, but not many people do it quite like our podcast does it. We walk that line every week. Are we going to be canceled? Are we going to?
It's like we're toying with the foul line in baseball.
Say the slur!
The green?
See, we're walking that line. What is the grink?
It's a quote.
That's the second episode in a row you've said the grink, and I don't know what that means.
That clip just got aired because we finally got clips going again, and I posted it, and so it's fresh in my mind. It's when I accidentally was talking about Greeks versus Romans, and they liked war and how they canceled war, and I said grinks accidentally, and you're like, "Oh man, you can't call them that." Oh, right. And you literally, the Greek, and you did this motion.
Look, I must have been tired that day. I don't think I had any part of what he's saying at all. One of us canceled, one of us not.
Who do you know? It's gonna be the one that goes.
That was good. That was good. This guy's cheating.
Oh, by going around the outside? I guess there's a particular dance you have to do.
Okay, I see what's going on.
This looks like hopscotch now. Oh, he kicked an egg. It's still alive, though. What? Cheating.
Seems a little cheaty, but no, that's silly. But I get why it could be fun to watch. Maybe not so much to play, but who knows?
It might be a little bit fun to play.
I would be too alarmed by the evidence of me being a fool to ever have fun with that.
The egg squish?
No, trust me, it's not the squishing of the eggs that makes the fool. Look, I know every sport needs a hater. Call me this sport's #1 hater. I will never support anyone that does the egg dance. I will never support anyone that does the egg dance. And I consider any marriage based on the egg dance illegitimate. Illegitimate.
You heard it from the king of Five Nights at Freddy's himself.
If the
animatronics get married because of the egg dance, it's an illegitimate marriage.
Some weird fan fiction that's probably going on. If there's no haters left of the egg dance, it's because I'm dead. All right?
I feel like you've just risen up with so many people to be like, I also hate it, Mark.
I know, right?
Why would you even talk about it? It's so bad. Officially, sperm racing is now considered a sport, with races taking place under microscopes, and there's even gambling on sperm racers as commentators shoutcast the races. Now, this sport was created to raise awareness about declining male fertility, and the first official race is taking place on the NFL draft day, first draft day, this Thursday, April 25th in LA, pitting sperm donors from USC and UCLA against each other to determine which college has the fastest sperm.
Which college has the fastest sperm?
Yes, it's USC versus UCLA.
How the hell do they keep track of each sperm?
They dye them, maybe. I don't know.
How? No way. Do they have jerseys? Do they have tiny little?
They put little jerseys on the tail. They tag them. Microscopic tagging.
That's absurd. It's crazy to think that they could keep track of them, given that there are millions and millions. And then what? Do they have people in college just
Oh, this is a legitimate thing. People are getting
I'm sure.
But apparently they put them in a tube, and it looks like they are dyed. If you can see, there's 2 purple and 1 blue there. They do dye them, and they race them from point A to point B in this track that you can see in the top left under a microscope.
That's absurd. Do they have to get them fresh right before the game?
I imagine in the back room they have the masturbation Olympics that lead into the sperm races.
Yeah, it's all one. It's a multi-day event, just like the draft. You know, you got the draft for the sperm.
Yeah,
you gotta make sure.
How do they pick who's playing?
Yeah,
you look like you haven't had sex in a bit.
I don't know if that would be old sperm. You don't want that. You only want the fresh.
Oh, you look like you've gotten laid a lot. You're a frat bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, all frat bros get laid all the time. That is a guarantee. Wink.
So apparently, Silicon Valley startup called Sperm Racing is to allow the most exhausted men in the U.S. to finally brag about the speed of their sperm. This is the line from a Vice magazine. On a microscopic course engineered to mimic the human reproductive system, complete with chemical cues and tiny fluid currents, not curtains.
Tiny fluid curtains, you heard him.
Sperm will compete in head-to-head battles for microscopic glory. Every wiggle and thrust will be captured in high definition and is shouted about by commentators like it's the Monaco Grand Prix if it were kick-started by an orgasm.
Every wiggle and what?
Every wiggle and thrust.
Why? Why is it called that? Why would they call it that?
There will be press conferences, instant replay, weigh-ins. I have no idea what they'll be weighing. Balls pre and post release?
What does that even mean?
I hope not. But the inaugural race is in LA against USC and UCLA to determine which college has the fastest come or whatever.
Oh, why you gotta say it like that?
That's what is written in the article.
Don't read it then.
Okay.
Don't read it.
But it's apparently being hosted by millionaires.
Of course it is. I mean, that's no different than normal sports. They're all hosted by millionaires. Billionaires, actually.
Mark did send his regards, and he did send us a video. He's out in the field somewhere doing something, but I'll let him talk to you about that. So here you go, Mark. Hello, everybody. I apologize for not being able to be there for Go, my favorite sports team this week. As you can see, I am trapped in a solid, sealed submarine surrounded by blood. Lots and lots of blood. You could say it's an ocean of blood. Yeah, I'm a little indisposed, but I think you're in great hands with Tyler at the front. Finishing this movie is definitely the most important thing to me, and Tyler is very understanding, and I can't believe I have such a good friend that would step in and be able to do this episode without me. With that said, I still wanted to be here and make this video for you guys so that you can get updated on all the sports news and happenings that I went and visited, as I am on site. Even from the bloody submarine that I'm trapped in now, I went and traveled and went and got some news. Enjoy as I report on the news, because I like to do that sometimes and give you sports updates. Even though Tyler knows the sports, I do like learning about them. So, the Winter Olympics hockey arena, let's go! Whoosh! All right, so apparently the 2026 Winter Olympic Games in Milan has been facing one issue after another as they build their hockey rink. Organizers had apparently signed off on a rink that didn't have the correct dimensions for what was originally planned, and even more concerning, less than 2 months away from the tournament, the arena isn't even close to being finished. It was supposed to be able to hold 14,000 spectators. However, as you can see, it can only hold 11,800. So some areas may be unfinished when the Winter Games actually start. And as of January 9th, when I was there, the arena was still unfinished, and there was a giant hole in the ice during a test event due to the ice not being properly frozen at the newly constructed arena, which still has large holes in the exterior of the building. You know, the Olympics really has a lot of issues. You think they would plan ahead and have places that actually have venues. But during the match, they brought out a watering can and were able to try and patch it, apparently, as hockey was still going on.
Now I went to the Netherlands. What a great place this is. But I was watching as there was chess being played. While that isn't a sport, it was diving chess, meaning that people went underwater in order to play chess against each other, and a new world champion was crowned. The winner was Dutch Zion Cullen, who won his first World Diving Chess Championship title in the Netherlands, emerging on top of the largest edition of the event to this day, and entering the final round, he had a perfect score and secured his victory as the champion with a quick draw in his final match. Now, this event was oversubscribed and it had a very diverse field of all ages and experiences as the game of chess and chess diving continues to expand. Really fascinating stuff. Like, I know chess, and I know chess boxing because I like boxing. But diving chess underwater? Oxygen deprivation as you try and use your brain? Now that's intense. Now we zoom out to some random place. Tyler, where am I? Where did you put me? What is this? What is this? I don't understand what this place is. Take me to the right place. Hurry up. No, this isn't it either. What is that? What kind of creature is that? Is that poisonous? Is that thing gonna kill me? Is it a baby or is it an adult? I cannot tell. Anyway, while we try and find our way to the right location, apparently Martha Stewart has joined Snoop Dogg as a minority owner of a soccer club. The Swansea City Soccer Club, to be exact, which apparently had defeated Wrexham, which was owned by celebrities Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, whoever that is. But, take me to the right place! Where am I? Ah! Oh, there we go. Hi, Martha. Hi, Snoop Dogg. Yeah, you guys, proud of you for investing in sport. Tyler's happy, at least. And last but not least, we head to Mexico City. That's the wrong city. No, try again. That looks right. A decade of racing has officially transformed the vibrant capital Formula E's benchmark venue. So Mexico City is having 10 years of racing, and they're celebrating their 150th race on Saturday, which I guess has happened already. The venue's significance extends beyond the engagement of the fans and the fact that they've attracted a lot of people, but the last 3 Mexico City winners have gone on and claimed the actual Formula E championship of that season, adding pressure to the race that occurs, or has occurred now. Go Mexico City, and the fact that you're doing electric vehicles. Electric is the future. I can't wait for solid state batteries. Man, that's when cars are really gonna go far. Anyway, Tyler, back to you. Thanks for letting me tune in and go to places. Woo!
Discus. You want to describe discus?
So you know frisbee? Okay, imagine your frisbee's heavier, and instead of throwing it outside, you gotta curl it in under your hand, and then you gotta figure out how to launch that bad boy as fast as possible. And because we're not built like trebuchets, we have to spin to gain momentum. So you spin real fast, and then you hope and pray that you get it thrown in the correct direction and at the correct angle, because there's no controlling it. It's all random. You can't do anything. Once you're in the circle and you start spinning, it's in God's hands.
You can't really tell which direction it is. Maybe you can count the number of steps and get a pattern, but...
I think I've told this before, but one time, it was in shot put, non-discus, I think. And I go up into there, I think it was like freshman year or something like that, and I get in there. And I had practiced the half spin, or half spin is just not a full spin because I wasn't ready to do a full spin. So I get in there, and so a half spin starts with you facing the other direction because you're going to spin around 180 degrees. And then the officials there, when I got in, I was facing the wrong way. They started laughing at me. I said, I think you're facing the wrong way, buddy. Patrick Warburton was my official there. I think you're facing the wrong way, pal. And then I was like, it's a half spin. And then but the thing was, after I said that, they were like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Why did they laugh? They knew that was a thing. What the hell? They're just trying to get in my head. It was an away meet, and I was like,
they're messing with you. You're not good enough. We're rooting for the home team.
Admittedly, I didn't do well, but then again, my not well was about as good as I could do. It's just that I didn't. My best was not that good in comparison to the others.
top story today that's not to do with Caitlin Clark is Tyler's favorite football player of all time, Tom Brady.
No!
Who is officially, he's getting excited about it. Like, whoa, calm down there, Tyler.
No.
Shout your approval.
Is he
of
getting
this man.
sued? Is he getting removed from being a part owner in the Raiders? Is he, everyone finally throwing poop at him or something?
Well, I guess this is old news then. I thought it was new news. That was the news. Is like he got approved to buy a 5% stake. Is that old news?
That's really old news.
Oh, wait. 17 months after he reached an agreement with Raiders owner Mark Davis, the league's 32 owners voted 32-0 to let Brady purchase. So it finally got officialized. So the vote happened, and so he is now... Oh, by the way, 7-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady. 7-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady.
Thanks in big part to the Tuck rule.
Oh, we love the Tuck rule here.
We talked about that.
I know. We love the Tuck rule. Anyway, he got approved, so he's now, once again, even more of a legend in Tyler's eyes than he was before.
I hate the Raiders, so it's fine. That's just adding more insult to injury.
Isn't the Raiders the team that will roast you alive if you insult them, or they're very vitriolic?
They're them and their fan base is kind of
Their fan base is kind of we all know
angry, like Philly.
Like Philly.
We've seen the videos, Philly. We know.
Yeah, I saw Rocky. Is that in Philly?
That isn't Philly.
Let's see, I've seen the movies.
There you go. See, you know Philly. Yeah, I found the Domino's commercial about the fastest pizza box folder. At least the Domino's fastest.
I feel like this isn't even that as fast as humanity can go. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I see a lot of wasted motion here. I've been unpacking a lot of boxes to prep for my render farm, and let me tell you, I got real fast at unpacking some boxes. I think I could train up for this. I could beat him. Those aren't even folded properly. Look at that. Boom.
Oh, look, there's even a bad one in the background.
Oh, it's a travesty, and no one should buy from this man's Domino's.
Not the sloppy box folding. Ridiculous.
Well, then moving on to the most important news, obviously Caitlin Clark.
Oh.
As reporting by the prestigious People Entertainment, your number one source of sports news.
We're looking at entertainment.
This is breaking news. This is literally 2 hours ago. Caitlin Clark has been, quote, all caps, working in the gym, says former coach.
Oh my God, guys, imagine this.
I know.
Imagine an athlete, professional athlete, working out in a gym. Incredible. Or even bigger. What do you call a basketball court? A gym.
Oh, wow.
It's a gymnasium, indoor basketball court, gymnasium. Imagine a professional basketball player working.
No, let me finish.
In a gym.
Let me finish. Working in the gym, says former coach, as fans are wowed by her arm muscles.
Oh, she beefy. Caitlin Clark's becoming a beefcake? Is that what you're saying?
This article is so good at its reporting. Fans have been speculating that the 23-year-old WNBA star has put on some muscle ahead of her sophomore season with the Indiana Fever. And Clark proved she's been hitting the court with a reposted photo on her Instagram story.
Guys, imagine an athlete working out and getting stronger and bigger to be more durable in a very past season where she was the most fouled player in the history of the WNBA.
This
imagine
is crazy.
Getting beefier to absorb more hits. Just imagine it. Just imagine an athlete getting stronger. Crazy, right?
So that's the Caitlin Clark news. Four Nations Face Off is a one-off. Old Recognition 5808 says, good day to you, gents, and welcome to Season 4. You speaking of the Four Nation Face Off perked my ears, as in past posts of mine. I completely defended Canadian hockey. If you couldn't tell, I am Canadian. I couldn't tell.
I haven't seen you. I haven't heard you say oink oink A for Canadian bacon or anything. So
Whoa.
Whoa, you haven't even heard what they had to say. Whoa, that ghost died again. Oh my God. All right, okay, hold on there. I'm a Canadian, an extremely proud one. Oink, oink, AA. There it was. You just, if you'd waited one more sentence.
Oh, sorry, you know, you get too excited.
This is not going to be a political statement, but just some corrections as to the details of the tournament.
Oh, now they're chugging maple syrup. It makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. You can hear it. Anyway. Anyway, this is all in all caps for some reason, so I'm going to scream it. The nation's the four.
Hold on, let me mute my mic so the bleed is less
All right,
bad.
here we go. The Four Nations Face-Off was a once-in-a-lifetime tournament meant to announce that NHL players will now be allowed to participate in international ice hockey tournaments. Never again will this format be used. Never again will only four nations be the only teams in the tournament. As I stated above, the NHL is going international. Or whatever. I don't know why that part was capitalized, but
I think it was because I said it was a brand new thing and maybe it'll happen again. There is talk that it could still happen again because of how popular it went. There's discussions internally that I've gotten wind of from experts in the field to where they might do something similar. It wouldn't necessarily be four nations, but they would do something big international with regards to that level of attention. And they made money off of it. So they're like, oh, we should do this more.
they got random but trained
12 domesticated cheetahs. They brought 12. They were domesticated wherever they were.
But they weren't trained to race at all.
No.
So why would they assume that would go well?
You know, they were domesticated. They figured they could just let them do their thing.
Regular cats are domesticated. If I put it in a racetrack, it's not going to race.
You never know. Little fuzzball over there could just start leaping down the track. Chasing after his ball of yarn.
I know. When I had a cat, I would chuck that tennis ball across the field.
You would just go and get it.
Yep. Every time.
He loved it.
Yep. Till it didn't.
You know, it's just like cats. They just decide when it's time to play and when it's not. And if they're getting pet too much, they'll bite you. And then if you're not petting them, they'll bite you. And then when you are doing what they want, they'll bite you. And then you'll let go. And then they'll be mad. And then they'll bite you some more.
When you're away, they think about biting you and practice biting you.
And then when you arrive home, they just pounce on you and attack you.
Honestly,
or they poop on your floor.
Honestly, most of the cats I've had have been such sweethearts. I've only had two, really. But, you know, they're such sweethearts.
All the cats that I have had also were, but Oscar, my cat growing up, got hit by a car and had brain damage, so he couldn't land on his feet, but he loved everything.
He got the Goku treatment.
His
head became super sweet and dumb.
Yes. And then Felix, my other cat, was super skittish, never attacked or anything, but would only come to my mom when she was laying on the couch, and so it was really hard for us to be able to pet him, because anytime my mom wasn't around, he was gone. You never find him. The only time you'd get lucky to find him is if you staked out the litter box, and then maybe he might not poop there and he'll poop on the floor somewhere else.
Oh, great. Good.
So we did not do that. But ultimately, the focus went back to greyhound racing because spectators got tired of watching cheetahs just wander aimlessly around the track, not giving a crap about the electronic hair. Well, sometimes they'd curl up and nap and look cute.
That's true.
Did you hear about the Weenie 500?
I did. I watched it.
You did?
Yeah, I watched it.
I did not watch it.
You didn't watch it?
I didn't know about it until
over
afterwards.
Here doesn't even know about the Weenie 500. Yeah, you didn't see the Weenie 500?
I did not see the Weenie 500.
The announcers at the Weenie 500, usually when they do a very serious non-parody event like the Weenie 500, you have announcers who are probably in the industry of whatever field it is, in this case racing. And I don't know if they were official, but they were very good. I don't know if they wrote all their jokes beforehand, but really, really... like really funny stuff. And then there was a crowd there, and then oh man, there was drama. One of the Weenie mobiles blew up right before the last lap of 2 laps.
The engine blew up?
Oh well, it was billowing smoke, so that dog that dog was cooked, you know what I mean? I think they even made that joke, but yeah, so I'm pretty sure it was staged. I mean it was very serious.
It was very serious.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead.
You're reading ahead on the notes.
Apologize. Bleep me out.
Yes.
Censor me.
Blow him up. Ah! Like the Weenie Mobile, so he's just smoking, and it's all for a thematic effect. So this technically isn't about a specific sport, but it centers around a fitness center owner.
Who's a werewolf? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Ah! This is the best day of my life! Oh my god, I'm lactating! Oh! Why the cupcake? He's a carnivore! Oh my god! I'm going to ascend! I'm levitating! Ah!
I was in shock when you said that.
I saw your face! Oh my god, I could sniff it. That's the thing about asexuals is the media portrays us as like, oh, a wiener. God, golly gee. Whenever I take a piss, I do it with the lights off so I don't have to see my bagucci. No, but a lot of us think that sex is fucking hilarious. It doesn't, but for some, there are sex repulsed asexuals, but
Yes.
some of us are just
I am
fascinated.
friends with my dude friend,
Yeah.
whose ace is sex repulsed.
Yeah, no. And then so me, I think that it's just fascinating. You know, it's almost like watching it's like a bunch of people doing shit that I don't personally want to do, but they get really good at it.
Mm.
Or just seeing all the things, you know, and stuff like that. So like I doth be in the know, you know. Because again, it fascinates me. And then like also I'm like the avatar being gray ace. So I am the communicator I sit in between the two worlds. Like,
Yes,
there
let
is
me therapize you on your sex life.
yes. Well,
me as the gray ace cannot be aroused during this, but I can help assist you to know how to please her and how to please him,
Well, there's
or how
plenty
to
of
please
ace-
her and please her and please him and please him.
Yes, well, because there's a lot of ace people who are into kink just for like the dynamic aspect.
Also
like,
in they them as well.
they slash them.
Yes.
You queen shit. So like, trust me, I doth have studied.
Of monsters and men and women and them.
Well, I've also befriended Mask Talk too. Shout out to Mask Talk. They're so nice to me. I literally made a video being like, damn, I'm so down bad for Mask Talk. Where they at? And then just this outpouring of beautiful, sweet Mask Talk creators were like, hey, what's up? What's up? And I'm like, hi, how's it going? But no, I smelled that shit. I smelled that. Woof.
All right, there's offense and defense. What's the name of the third group of players that enter the field?
He did say this.
Powers of deduction. Here we go. There's offense, there's defense, and there's... Want to throw me a hint there?
It's not offense or defense.
Well, that's not a hint. I could have deducted that very easily.
They do multiple things. They are not specified to one.
Wait, you're either defending or attacking. What's the multiple things they do?
What kind of happens in between those things?
Was that a hint?
Not really.
Is it a switch?
Well, they blew his.
Yeah. No, it's not switch.
I don't think I do.
You got this, man.
Is he gonna write it down?
One,
You're just gonna, guys. You said I'm trying to cheat more. I'm trying to cheat for you, and you fucking blow my cover right away. Not anymore.
Well, now that I know you're not cheating.
I thought you were just gonna look something else, and I thought I was gonna joke around. You're like, oh, you're gonna cheat? I wasn't expecting you to actually cheat.
Why? You wanted me to.
But you said no the entire time. Why now? Why now?
You wouldn't suspect it.
It's specialty.
I know now. I'm fully aware of that now.
All right, point for us.
Have you seen the sports complex that they got there now?
I have not. I've seen some of the stuff because of the reconstruction and everything that happened.
I mean, I haven't gone inside or anything, but I saw it from the outside. And I'm just like, what the? This is bigger than the high school was. This is bigger than the junior high was by far. Just the sporting stuff is huge.
Well, the junior high is just offices now.
No, the junior high's gone.
Oh, I haven't seen it since then.
Yeah, it's gone.
The last time I was there was when it was just offices. I wonder if it had asbestos too.
Probably.
I think every Milford school that we attended had asbestos.
Can't take that out.
Nope.
No way. Too much risk.
What do you think they have to follow certain protocols when they demolish it to haul it away?
They probably should follow certain protocols. Whether they do or not is a question. Because who knows? Because it's like in my mom's house, there are asbestos tiles down in the basement.
Yeah.
But so long as they don't get cut or turned to dust in some way, you're fine. Probably.
Yeah, don't drop anything heavy on them and make them crack.
No, don't do that. But yeah, That's asbestos is still surrounding us, just like lead paint is still in certain buildings in Boston and other buildings probably all over the place. And it's just, hey, don't lick it.
Warning, if it flakes.
Which is so strange because isn't it a thing where when you re-rent an apartment, doesn't the landlord like repaint usually? Wouldn't they be painting
They at least like
over?
clean, but yeah.
I don't know.
That's probably what they've done is they painted it over a bunch so the lead is even further.
I just can't imagine how the city council meeting goes in these things. I mean, I've seen videos of it, but it's like you have lead paint, right? And everyone's like, yeah, all the science says lead bad for you, blah, blah, blah. But it's going to cost me like $100 to get that off the walls.
I can't possibly do that.
You expect me, poor landlord me, to be able to afford changing out, scraping it off? It put me at risk.
Yeah, I only raised rent by like 10% this year.
Yeah, he goes to the council like, I'll have to raise rent to be able to pay for that.
At least 50%.
Oh, I don't have to do it? Oh, I already raised it.
Oh, can't go back now.
Yeah, no backsies. That's a landlord rule. Anyway, yeah. What are we talking about? Sports?
Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, landlord. I don't know if you noticed, I actually themed the lights in the room around the colors of the new art. Blue for the sky and orange is the kind of the elements of what the skydiving.
I thought it was always a blue-orange contrast.
From the very beginning, it was red and gray.
Red and gray?
Or red and like beige.
How'd you get a gray light? That's impressive.
It just made you colorblind.
Fuck. It's the light that makes you colorblind.
Oh no.
All right, elegant listeners. It is time to wrap up the podcast. Don't forget to...
It's ending?
It's the episode. Just the episode. Don't worry. No, stop crying. Please stop crying. Stop crying. I mean the episode. The podcast isn't going anywhere. You can come back next time. I don't know when this is going to air, but yeah, just be here for the next episode. We're going to be here. Sorry, they're going to be here.
An episode every week. You can say next week.
Yeah, next week. I wasn't sure if it was twice per week.
Sometime.
No, this is not twice per week. This is once per week. Okay, so next week. Come back next week.
You edit this one?
I do, but... but I forget.
I didn't pass off to Sam. I understand how it is. Let him take care of the business of when and where.
Store.gmfst.com.
Oh.
Go get the merch.
Right.
The merch is very important. They got really cool stuff. I've never looked at it, but I mean,
you're really instilling confidence in our viewers and listeners here. Good Lord.
I'll just cut it. Don't worry about it. I'll just cut it.
Just cut that out.
Nervily leave that in.
Oh, that's funny.